Hi, my name is Patrick, and my team members are Jackie, Farman, and Brandon. We're a consulting group for Kind to help them through their growing process. The first thing we will talk about is who Kind is. Kind was established in 2004 with the motto, "Do the kind thing for your body, your taste buds, and the world." With the philosophy, ingredients you can see and pronounce. They set out creating healthy fruit and nut bars. The company now consists of 600 team members establishing themselves in the U.S., while also having their products in 3 other countries. The CEO, Daniel Lebetsky, says he wanted to bring more kindness to the world in the form of a healthy snack. Kind bars have rapidly become a serious competitor in the snack food industry. The fruit and nut snack is the fastest growing energy and nutrition bar in the world and can be found in 80,000 locations nationally. Sales were close to $120 million in 2012, the privately held company says. That's up from about $10 million in 2010, according to an estimate by market intelligence firm Euromonitor International. One thing Kind prides themselves on is the fact that the ingredients they put into the bars are both simple and healthy. Many leading energy bars will have ingredients listed that you can't even pronounce. That will never be the case with a Kind bar. Kind bars are made with whole nuts, fruits, and whole grains, things that all consumers are familiar with. This approach will make customers more inclined to purchase Kind bars because they will feel more comfortable knowing exactly what they are eating.
Kind is trying to compel to the health-conscious consumer. The main goal of our research plan is to increase brand and product awareness to help in dominating the market. We have to figure out why our target market picks one certain bar over another. These reasons could include one bar providing better taste, more energy, better convenience, or the product being within better means of the consumer. Our research plan addresses the issue of where our target market makes most of their purchases and what effect a celebrity could have on the company. This specific strand of research indicates where the health-conscious consumer makes purchases, potentially locating a product output that Kind may not have at the moment. After taking a dynamic look at Kind's overall business organization, our team conducted a SWOT analysis. We determined that Kind has a special aptitude for retaining customer loyalty. In addition to this, the purpose Kind embodies in their creation, as well as the culture maintained, is extremely noteworthy. Another strong point Kind has is in their growth rate, which, as you already know, is 425% in the last 3 years. Contrary to this, our group discovered that while Kind's customer loyalty is high, their brand recognition is low. With both of that being said, Kind has the opportunity to retain a large share of the snack bar market by adding new products and coming up with creative ways to compensate for their slightly higher prices. While doing so, Kind should be sure to consider the competition they face. Done correctly, Kind can build a snack bar empire that is second to none.
The sole purpose of this method was to determine where Kind snack bars are mostly advertised on the internet. Based on our local store research, it is overwhelmingly clear that Kind has found its spot in every major grocery store. The list includes Safeway, Walmart, Whole Foods, Giant, and many more. Regarding Kind's advertising online, we concluded it must be in their best interest to shift a larger focus to their online awareness advertising. For example, the most popular website that Kind snack bars advertises on at the moment is Amazon.com. This decision is strategic because Amazon.com is where a lot of college students and teens buy their products. Unfortunately, the other websites that were found were not very well known. These included websites such as Legacy.com, Upscalehype.com, etc. It is evident that Kind has saturated websites often visited by its target market with its advertising to sell more of their products. The only concern regarding their online marketing we found was that the name brand grocery stores readily carry Kind's products in stores but not as often on their websites. Based on our group's survey, the highest percentage of responders agree that branding of a company's culture is very important. This indicates that the majority of the respondents find that the success of a product goes beyond just the marketing of the product itself, but the company's culture also plays a role in the consumer's decision. A majority of respondents, 62.5%, also agree that it is very important to represent a company's culture as an employee of that company. This is something that most people will agree with because it is what makes you an excellent employee. 80% of respondents had heard of Kind products before the project began, which is a fairly large number. All 27 respondents said that they would be more likely to purchase a Kind product at the store rather than online. This response makes sense because most people are hesitant to buy food products online, especially a food bar, which is more often than not an impulse buy, while at the store. Lastly, 60% of respondents indicated that they are not familiar with the Food and Drug Administration, or the FDA for short. This is not surprising because their role in the marketing process is not very clear-cut and they are never on the forefront of things. It is important, however, to become familiar with the FDA in order to fully complete this project, diving into the rulings of the FDA.
As Kind continues to grow, add new product lines, and attempt to strengthen their brand, they will have to increase their marketing strategy while slightly altering organizational culture. Our consulting company's plan for Kind is to increase their marketing strategy by teaming up with a well-known celebrity, as well as adding locations to where Kind should be sold to best reach their target market. According to research done by the University of Arkansas, celebrities are effective in marketing because a range of consumer-celebrity relationships conspires to allow consumers to form a personal identity that matches who they want to be. For a society that spends too much free time in front of a TVs or on our phones, celebrity endorsements are vital to a brand's success. Research indicates that consumers are quicker to memorize a product that a celebrity is involved with, whether a fan or not. Our brains recognize celebrities similarly to how we recognize people that we actually know, directly relating consumers to that promoted product. Furthermore, if the consumer is a fan of said celebrity, they are more likely to place greater value on products that the celebrity is endorsing. Although Kind has high brand loyalty and bringing in a celebrity won't necessarily add value to existing customers, the value gained from new customers is extremely influential. A downside to this is that customer acquisition costs are high, but could be looked at as a temporary cost. This is evident through the fact that once someone establishes themselves as a Kind customer, their brand loyalty is high, meaning that once customers join the Kind movement, they tend to become a lifetime value to Kind in their faithfulness as a Kind customer. Another suggestion we have for Kind is to strike a deal with the YMCA for their products to be displayed and sold in all of their life centers. The YMCA is the largest gym across the nation with over 10,000 facilities, and by having an agreement in place, Kind will effectively meet their direct target market, which can further allow Kind to reach more of their organizational goals. The YMCA is a perfect match for Kind as they are a non-for-profit organization and fit the Kind movement culture that Kind represents. By having a deal in place, Kind would have increased brand awareness and there would be a positive word-of-mouth effect throughout a large target market. As Kind continues to grow, the CEO made it clear that he wants to maintain their company culture as this leads to happier employees and happier consumers. Through our survey, conducted by individuals throughout College Park and students and faculty at Shady Grove, a company's culture is important not only to an employee, but also the consumer as well. This further reiterates the CEO's claim to maintaining his positive company culture. Through the changes we recommend, it's important for Kind to implement the Lewins and Action Research change models. The Action Research model is a change process based on the systematic collection of data and selection of a change action based on what the analyzed data indicates. This model consists of 5 steps: a diagnosis, an analysis, a feedback, an action, and an evaluation. By using this model,
Scientific research is what drives a company's actions, and employees are given the chance to offer feedback. This leads to a culture that values teamwork, which has a positive correlation on overall effectiveness. While implementing action research as the new organizational change model, KIND needs to keep Lewin's three-step model in mind as well. This model argues that when implementing change in organizations, the company should unfreeze the status quo, have movement to the new plan quickly, and then refreeze that new change. By utilizing this process, action research will become the company's new status quo. For these changes to be effective, KIND needs their managers to have a supportive path goal leadership style. For the leaders of the company to offer their followers support, information, and other resources to be successful, this leads to not only personal path goals for the employees, but company path goals as well. This results in high employee satisfaction and performance, and ultimately a welcoming culture. To conclude, KIND is able to maintain their culture with only slight alterations to be made. After editing their current business model with our company's suggestions, we are confident KIND will become and stay the leading snack bar brand in the world.